Dear Toastmasters and distinguished guests, a warm good evening. I am Toastmaster Shanavas. Being the second arms for today's meeting, it is my pleasure to welcome you all to the 187th meeting of Mussafah Toastmasters Club. The mission of Toastmasters Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience by which the members are empowered to enhance communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. As a protocol of Toastmasters International, you are requested to keep away from three taboo topics: sex, politics, and religion. Before we kick off the meeting, let me request all of you to please switch off your mobile phones or put them in silent mode to avoid distraction. Thank you. Also, you are requested to be seated comfortably until you are called. With this note, I would like to welcome our acting president, Toastmaster Rajesh Pullikare. Sorry, Toastmaster Puran Rai for the opening address. Welcome, sir.
Dear Director, fellow Toastmasters, guests, good evening.
Good evening.
Today I stand here in the absence of our President, who is on vacation. I welcome you all to this meeting, number 187. We hope you'll all make it a successful meeting, as we always do in the past. It will make it even more exciting. I have some announcements to make today. Firstly, the matrix for tracking of a project will be shared via mail and WhatsApp. So we need you all to fill it and send it back to our DPE depot. Second announcement, which already I think most of us have read, was sent by a director. So there is a training session for pathways on 22nd September. Indian Social Center from 1:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. Abu Dhabi. All members are welcome to attend. I think most of us have already shown interest.
Yeah, but can you take the head count?
Sorry?
Can you take the head count who is attending?
Okay, I'll take the head count.
How is it in raise hand who is can attend?
We will have some. Who are planning to attend? Can I have the names, please?
Not names, just numbers.
Numbers, okay.
Because we have to give the number. 22nd Saturday.
22nd
Saturday.
4, 5, 6, 7. Is it director?
It's something different.
I have to calculate.
Yes.
It's different from the one we had.
It is different. It is the senior people are coming, and you can clarify all your doubts.
So let's put it at
Before
10.
going there, prepare questions which you want to ask them.
So we can put it at 10.
10 will
8, 10. So 10 members coming. The other reminder is for Smetli Award. We should have at least 4 new members. So right now I think we have 2. We need 2 more for this Smetli Award. We need at least 2 more new members.
With our meeting membership is coming. He WhatsApp.
Okay. So Toastmaster Navrat is very important because I'm not having Toastmaster Venkatesh's details. I'll send it on WhatsApp also.
Now,
Because I cannot upload it on the.
How many names?
Sorry?
2 more.
How many names? 2 more.
2 more, yeah. Because we
And
have
Toastmaster Venkatesh details also required.
Yeah, one potential Toastmaster is Mr. Charles.
Potential, yeah.
He's good. No, he is today he came as guest.
I think after today's meeting you will know convinced to find it.
So, very good service.
Sorry. So yeah, we have one more as well. Actually I had one who's supposed to be here today but he couldn't make it. Hopefully he'll join so that we can achieve this work. Then the fourth one, of course, is something which I am personally suffering as a treasurer. So I'd like to remind our members, please let us complete fulfilling our responsibility by giving the dues on time. I've been repeating this my self-message also. As a JGS, I get a bit nervous about it.
No, it need not be as a collective only on the meeting day. That is also
Yeah. So these are the important messages for today, and I would like to now hand over the podium to our dynamic Toastmaster lead Toastmaster Shivakumar, and I declare the meeting open.
Good evening, all of you.
Good evening.
So, I would like to first convey my thanks to Acting President Puran Rai in place of Deepak Joseph. Actually, in the absence of Vivek Ayappan, he had to take it, but he took the role. I'm very thankful for him. I welcome our prominent and inspiring personality, Division Director Rajesh Palikare. Area Director Rajesh Palikare, and distinguished guests and all my fellow members. Warm good evening.
Good evening.
Before starting the meeting, let me take you through the changes, a few changes in the agenda. First one is, of course, as mentioned, Mr. Puran Rai has taken the role of President today, Acting President, in place of Deepak Joseph. And a couple of speeches got cancelled today. So we have only one speech by Mr. Shanwas. So those are all the changes we had in agenda. So before we start introducing the roles, I would first request our distinguished guests. I think we have one guest today, Mr. Charles, to introduce himself. Please come on the stage. Please introduce yourself.
How's it going? Well, hi, this is Charles here. I don't know how the normal proceedings happen here, so I'm just gonna introduce myself casually. So Charles, I'm from Kanyakumari. So working as a lecturer here in information security, which is my domain. I work in the Institute of Applied Technology, right? So pretty much I'm in training and in teaching academic since quite long. So I would say my experience is around 10 years. Right. So I was in Oman before, and prior to Oman I was in Australia, and now in Abu Dhabi since last 3 years. I don't know what to express anymore. So
how you came to know this club? You searched in the web?
well, I was looking for this club since quite long. I was searching in the web, but then as I was telling Mr. Shiraz, that it was pointing me out to Abu Dhabi, but then wasn't feasible for me, so traveling back and forth. And during my vacation, I was looking for the same again, so I found something in Mussafah. The day I landed, the second day I called Mr. Zubayr, and yeah, that's how after a week I landed up here.
Great.
So all good. Thank you so much, Charles.
Okay, so let us start today's Toastmastering journey with the help of our courteous members of the club. Let me introduce the eminent Toastmasters who took the roles, different roles in this meeting today. I would like to call upon our timer, Toastmaster Arun Manikantan, who works for Ali and Sons, to explain timing rules today. Hello. Thank you.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests.
Good evening.
My role as a timer to monitor time during the prepared speech, table topics, and evaluation. At the end of the meeting, I will report the time of each participant. This will let you know if you delivered your presentation within the allotted time. Thank you.
Thank you. Now I would like to call upon our counter, Toastmaster Asher, who is basically in sales, to explain his role, please. Welcome, Mr. Asher.
Good evening, Toastmasters. Good evening.
Good evening.
As an accountant, the purpose of the accountant is to note any word or sound used as a crutch by anyone who speaks during the meeting. Words may be inappropriate interjections such as, and, well, but, so, you know, and so on. Sounds may be I should also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase as I or I, this means that means like that. So at the end of the meeting, I will be recording that also.
Now I would like to call upon our grammarian and word master of the day, Toastmaster Mr. Naufal, to introduce today word and explain his role as grammarian. Welcome, Toastmaster.
Toastmaster, good evening, fellow members and guests. Warm good evening to all of you.
Good evening.
Today my role is a word master, also as a grammarian. As a word master, today's word is courteous. I already stick it in the word. You can check that word. And this actually the word is in an adjective. And the meaning of the word is polite or respectful and a good manner we can use in our daily life. And actually the word is origin is Old French. And the definition of the word is a polite manner. We need to give a polite and respect. That is the definition of the word. And the examples are there. You can check that one. The queen will obviously be a very courteous to the prince. And I'll give you one more example. I like him not because he is courteous, but because he is honest. And one more example, I think it will be convinced more to you. The MTC club members, that means Mussafah Toastmaster club members, are extremely courteous to the guests, those who are attending our meetings. I think the people can be understand the words and you can use this one and your speech session, table topics and our meeting. Okay, that is a word master role. And the next role is a grammarian. I will monitor entire the speech, table topics and entire all the section. Those people who are misusing of the English language, I will just notice and end of the session, I will report it. Thank you.
Thank you so much for introducing the word courteous and explaining the word meaning and giving examples as such. Now I would like to call upon our quiz master for the day, Toastmaster Shiraj Agwani, who works for Dresser and Group, to explain his role, please.
Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and our guest. My role, as it explains, is quiz master for this evening. It will be basically a series of questions. And the whole idea is to test everyone's alertness and listening skills. As you know, communication is a two-way process. The other part of the meeting covers speaking. The quiz part really checks how well people are listening. So my questions will be derived from all those things which are spoken on the stage today, and it will really test your listening skills. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Now I would like to call upon Madam Toastmaster Yugarani, who has completed CL, for presenting thought for the day.
Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. Good evening.
Good evening.
It's very easy to keep faith when everything in your life going to work out. But it's really hard to keep faith when the things not going to working out. It's very hard in your real life to every time you are facing challenges. But that time only you should have you should keep the faith, because the faith giving the believing idea and giving the knowledge to see the unseen things, and it gives the desire to keep mind everything going to be okay. Dear Toastmasters, in this world, every word thinks is like a prize. So if you need the prize, you should face the challenge. You should work for that. You should play the game through the challenges. What about the Toastmastering? Maybe you may knock down because of work pressure, difficult to take a role, difficult to prepare a presentation. But work hard and keep on trying. One day it will take you another level, personally and in your career. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Yugarani, for giving thought of the day. Now I would like to request Toastmaster Puran Rai for explaining his role, as he will be evaluating today's journey of Toastmaster. You will be the evaluator.
He is the one.
Sorry.
This is the same topic now.
Sorry. Yeah, I would request Rajesh Palikari to give his role details.
Toastmaster of the evening, fellow members, and welcome guests. Good evening.
Good evening.
As a general evaluator, I will be observing the whole proceedings of this meeting from the beginning till the end. And end of the meeting, I will present a report, and I will be evaluating all the role players and including evaluators. But I am not evaluating the speakers. The speakers will be evaluated by the evaluators. And if any area for improvement, I will be presenting it to the end of the meeting.
Okay. Thank you so much, Rajesh. So when we were introducing our roles, I think we got another guest to the meeting. Let me request him on the stage to just introduce himself.
He is coming second time.
Yeah.
They can
Second. Maybe I was absent.
They can introduce yourself.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Today actually my second time. I came first time, but then I went for vacations and holidays. So now today I will join the
Yeah, that's good.
program. So we'll see.
So, who is waiting for this one layout?
Thank you. So before we go on to the various speeches during the meeting, let me just take you through the theme of the meeting, that is procrastination. So procrastination, may I know if anyone has an idea about procrastination? It is basically postponing things. Okay. My idea is not to encourage you to be procrastinating the things, but it is actually to eliminate that kind of laziness in our mind. So procrastination basically means delaying or postponing any task or set of tasks to the next available time, basically. That is what procrastination means. Okay. So procrastination means delaying or postponing the task. Okay. This is actually not a modern word or a kind of modern tendency of the people, but it has been there for a long time. In fact, from ancient ages. So that's why ancient Greeks, philosophers like Socrates or Aristotle has coined a word to describe this kind of mentality in the people as akrasia. So this is akrasia. So acrasia is, the meaning of acrasia is the state of acting against your better judgment. So we have two sets of mind basically. You have something always says in your mind that this is good and let us do this. But you have some kind of lazy part of your mind which always says, let us not do that, we'll stick to the one that we are right now. So that is what this means. Acrasia is state of acting against your better judgment. So you always have a wise man inside you, but sometimes your monkey mind pushes that wise man and acts upon the present situation. That's what happens when procrastination, you are affected by procrastination, let us say. So, why do we procrastinate? Why do we be in this tendency? Actually, let me tell you this. The actual reason why I took this topic is, it's because I had been procrastinating, preparing theme for this meeting for the last 2 weeks until last night, and at the end of the moment, I just questioned myself what happened to me, why I did not take it. So then, actually the reason is I procrastinated this particular work for almost 2 weeks till last minute, and this is how I have taken this. Okay, so to better explain why we normally procrastinate, we need to take some concept, go deeper into the concept called time inconsistency. Okay, this is actually a term used in behavioral psychology, again from Greek psychology. So behavioral inconsistency refers to a tendency of human brain to value immediate rewards more highly than the future rewards. Basically, your mind has a tendency of valuing the immediate rewards, in the sense immediate results, immediate appreciation or the comforts that you get out of the present situation than looking at the future. That is what happens in procrastination, and that is what called time inconsistency. So it is basically your brain behavior, and this can be actually, as I told you, wise man and monkey. You have two brains, which is present self and future self. Present self is something which is which attributes to the present actions you do. Future self is something which says this is better to do this now to achieve something. Okay, let us say you want to lose your weight, maybe by 10 kgs. Okay, so that is your goal. So for that you have to strive hard now. You have to maybe wake up early in the morning, go for a jog or do some exercises. This is all painful stuff, right? So in the present, if you want to take those actions, this monkey mind, which is present self, denies that. So that's what happens, and that is why people normally procrastinate. That is why people push the things so that they can enjoy the present. So that's what happens, and that's why we procrastinate. Now let us discuss about the procrastination and action line. So I hope you can see this graph. This is the y-axis is pain that you are going through. X-axis is time that you have for a particular task. Let us say, if you have a deadline, this can be treated as that deadline. Okay, so and this is the pain you are going through. See this curve, it is a bit high here and low there. It is growing, and at this level, which is action line, it is dropping down, which means the pain you are going through at the start of the point. Let me take me as an example. Okay, I accepted the TME role 2 weeks back. Okay, so when I have accepted that, I know what I have to do. I know I have to ask all the people, call up all the people, request them, volunteer them for taking the roles, and maybe I have to prepare a theme, which is a big part. Okay, and I know all these things, but I have been procrastinating. And at the start of the point, I know all these things because of that I had mental pain, mental tension. Okay, that is why this is a bit higher than the one here. We will come to this point. So I have been going through that phase, and it has been growing by the time we reach 2 days or 3 days or 1 day before the actual deadline. Let us say this is not the actual deadline, this is the deadline. This is the action point. My action line started last night. So from then onwards my pain got reduced because I have decided on the topic. I have taken a decision, yes, let us talk about this particular topic, which is procrastination. Okay? So from then onwards, okay, mental relief is a bit relaxed. And it was going down as I prepared. And it was almost fine. And I am in a relaxed position when I am presenting, I can say. Okay? So that is why this is lower than this. So this is actually procrastination versus action line. We'll talk about a few more things on procrastination after some time. Let me first call upon Rajesh Kalikare to present education session for all of us as an area director. Please.
Toastmasters of the evening, welcome guests once again. Good evening.
Good evening.
For the club success or the club growth, who is the main contributor?
Members.
Exactly. Not president, not VP. It is the members. Members is the main contributor for the club's growth. So today we will talk about moments of truth of Toastmasters. How we have to retain the members, how we have to welcome the guests, how we have to convert the guests as Toastmasters. We'll talk about it. Moment of Truth is an episode where the person comes in contact with any aspect of the Toastmasters experience and forms impression of the club's quality and service. So that is, anybody enters the club, so he should have a good ambience and a courteous people to welcome him, and he should feel comfortable. Then only he will feel like continuing in the club. So we have 6 moments of truth to retain the members or the guest as a member or a member to continue in the club. So let us see which are the 6 moments of truth. First is first impression. First impression, you cannot have a second chance on the first impression. So first impression, in the first impression itself, people should feel comfortable. And the atmosphere should be very friendly. And they should feel like, okay, I can continue in this club. So that is the first impression. The next, membership orientation. When the guest comes, he should understand what is happening here. So somebody has to guide him. He should show him the agenda. Like today, Toastmaster Shivani, Shiraz has made comfortable with Charles. Like that, you have to tell the guest what are the activities happening, what is the benefit, and he can explain what are the benefits out of this club. And the third one is fellowship, variety, and communication. That is what we are going to do in this club. Fourth one is planning, meeting, organization. Planning, anyway, he has told how he is, without procrastination, you should plan ahead. And when you plan it, this thing, that the meeting will be very comfortable and people will enjoy this one. And when we have more members, we will have a very lively atmosphere. So that is the planning part of it. Then membership strength. Membership strength, anyway, we are striving for the Smiley Award, so we will definitely going to have the membership strength. And you can see when the club meeting started, we had only few members, everybody was dull. When the members were more, even the DMP was very comfortable with presenting his presentation. So let us see what is first impression, what we do. Guests greeted warmly and introduced to officers and members. That is the first thing. When the guest enters the club, he should be greeted warmly and he should feel comfortable. And after today we have less officers. officers. Otherwise, actually, we have 7 officers. And each one of they have different roles that we can explain you later. And guest book and name tags to be provided. Guest book, I think you might have signed that guest book. And name tag is a name, so if you have a name tag, so people will know who is it. Now every time he has to tell is the Toastmaster tells. So if there is a name tag, people will be comfortable in calling his name. And when you call his name, he will feel friendly with that. Somebody calls you by name, then you will feel it is some attachment is there. That's why it is better to call by name and introduce them. Next, professionally arranged meeting room. The meeting room, if it is professionally arranged, those who are coming, they feel like coming again. So next time we will have a meeting in Augusta so that we can attract more members. So for that we are waiting for our president to come back from leave. And convenient meeting location. Location, if it is very far and very remote location, people will hesitate to attend. Maybe if you shift to Augusta, it will be very convenient to attend, and I think we will increase our membership. Guest invited to address the club. So end of the meeting, you can call the guest to give his opinion and how he felt in the meeting. So whether he wants to continue or not. That things we can tell him, ask the guest to present his whatever the impression on that club. And guest invited to join. That is the main thing, because once he joins the club, then he will continue in the club. So he can, whoever the VP membership or VP education, explaining what is the benefit from this club. Because unless there is a benefit, people will not waste their time. So you should understand whatever the 2 hours we are spending here. It is good for our career and personal growth. That we have to tell the guest, so that we will feel interested in continuing the club. So the second one is membership orientation. Formal introduction including presentation to PIN and manuals. Formal introduction already like those Charles did his introduction. So we have to call the guest to do his introduction so that everybody will know whom we are talking and who he is. Then including presentation PIN, once he joins the club, you have to give the Toastmaster PIN. Generally now I think only Toastmaster Arun will in that PIN. And you can present that PIN to everybody that this is what we are getting when you are becoming a member. This PIN we can give to the member when he is joining the club. And manuals, club manuals. Now I think since it is a pathway, everything in the manual. Earlier we used to get the manuals, so we used to give the manuals to the guests and members. Now it is everything in the web. Now the system has changed. So once you get the membership, you can directly log into the web and you can download all your education of the manuals. And assignment of a mentor. This is the important part. Whenever there is a new club member, any senior member should offer himself as a mentor. It can be office bearers or any senior. So he will feel comfortable, and when he is giving a presentation, he can get the guidance from the mentor. Education program and recognition of system discussed. Education program, whatever I am doing it now, so that people know now how the guests are treated and how they are welcomed. Learning needs to be assessed, because each manual has got different learning needs. So VP education or anybody, any senior Toastmaster can assist him. So to understand that one, it is better to attend that workshop on September 22nd. I think I'm not sure whether guests can attend. I can confirm and let you, because it is a very good workshop. There you will clear all your doubts about that. Because now it is a new system. It is not earlier. When we were doing, there was a manual, CC manuals. It has got 10 projects. So we have to deliver 10 speeches. Here also similar, but here everything we have to download from the Toastmaster website. And the speaking role to be assigned, because every member is joining the club to improve his communication skills. So you should give him an opportunity. So the VP education should assign in such a way so every member should get the opportunity to speak. Membership involved in club activities. So club activities like all the ExCom members, generally they are in the club activity. Those are not in ExCom, they can also join with the ExCom people and they can be officers in the next 10 years. So it is a they can learn what is the officer's role so that you can improve your leadership skill. There are two things, one is leadership skill and communication skill. And Toastmaster is for improving both these skills, for leadership as well as communication skills. Fellowship, variety and communication. Is already I told you, guests will be greeted warmly. Next. Enjoyable and educational meeting. The meeting should not be very boring and people will get bored in 2 hours if monotonous talk is going on. So you can have some variety so that people will get interested. Like today TM has got a new theme. And such way some varieties you can pick. Even in the table topics, it should not be, need not be the same table topics. You can bring some varieties in the table topic also so that we will have, or instead of table topic we can have a debate session so that everybody can join. Such varieties we can do. And regularly schedule the social events. Social events, okay, even the workshop we are attending, it is also social event. Everybody is going to Abu Dhabi and the club can arrange a picnic or any other event. So we can all go along with our family and spend 1 day, 1 weekend or anything. So we will have more interaction. Participation in area and district and international events. Area level and district level, there is international events because there is a VTAC in the district level. It will be in the May in Dubai. It is a 4-day event. So we can go there and we can attend that meeting. Once you attend that one, you will feel the difference, what is the real Toastmaster is. So we can attend that events. Interclub events means you can, when you have joined this club, you can go to another club and you can deliver your representation there. So there are also other clubs also welcoming other in the business. Eventually we can have more number of people interacting each other. So it can improve our this interactions. Club newsletter and website for that is very struggling. So people, Toastmaster has to contribute the articles and program and agenda publicized in advance. So that agenda, in my opinion, at least 1 week before the meeting should be published. So that whoever is taking the role there, they should know, they should take the responsibility. If they are not able to do that role, at least they can inform the DME in 1 week advance so that we can make alternative arrangements. Members are prepared to carry out all program assignments. It is difficult task because once your name is in the agenda, you have to be committed for that. Because last minute changing, it is very difficult. Otherwise, we will be wasting others' time and we will be depriving others' opportunity. Somebody else may be wanting to giving the presentation, but somebody will tell that I will give my project and he will not attend and nobody will be giving the project today as it happened. It is only one speaker speaking. So generally 4 speakers will be there for each meeting. So actually whoever gives the name, they have deprived others opportunity. So they should feel that. All projects are manual projects because whatever is in the Toastmasters manual, that project only you have to give. You should not give any other talk or anything. Which will be others are not interested in. Because you should strictly adhere to the manual projects. And another thing is meeting begin and end time. Because when it's the agenda meeting starting time and end time, we should respect that one. Because everybody has got some commitment. So somebody comes at 8 o'clock and meeting starts at 8:58. The meeting will prolong for another 50 minutes. So she will feel that I came early, so I have to leave or late. So meeting should always start in the right time so that we can finish the meeting in the right time. Creative table topic I already explained to you because table topic should not be the same repetitive. So we can change the varieties, like we can bring the things or something and we can ask to talk about something and all. We can make the variety on the table topics so that people will get interested in the table topic and participate. Otherwise, whenever the table topic master is there, people are just dragging inside the chair so that people laugh. So in some varieties that people want to involve in the table topics. Positive and helpful evaluation. And evaluation, as I was telling you, in the first 5 speeches, always give the positive feedback. Because in the first speech itself, if you give the negative feedback, the speaker or the member, he will not again come back to the club. He will feel ashamed. So whenever you are doing the evaluation, so you have to encourage it. So you have to identify his positive points. Of course, you have to identify where he can improve and But don't discourage him telling everything is negative. Okay, your speech was very boring, it was, if you tell like the next meeting he will not come. So it is always should be encouraging. And the club has 20 or more members, that is the criteria for the Toastmasters to become a distinguished club. Members retained, because once the members are there, they should be retained. Because all of the points which I explained, which you are strictly following, member will not leave the club. Why members are leaving the club? So we should analyze why they are leaving. Because, okay, somebody is shifting, leaving the country, that is different. But those are here, still they are not attending the club meeting. So we should call them and what is this difficulty, and we can investigate and we can encourage him to, because now the strength is getting weaker and weaker. We have so many members, so those are residing here. So we can call them and we can ask them to meet again. Promotion in clubs, organization and community. That anyway it is difficult to do in this part of the world. Otherwise, club programs are varied and exciting. As I was telling, the table topic may not be every time table topic. We can have a debate session. Once a debate session means everybody will be participating. So it will be interesting. So it will not be monotonous. Every meeting, because the people know every meeting will come, there will be some project speech and table topic. I will not have any role, so why I should do this? People will see in the agenda. So my name is there, I will not attend this meeting. People feel that. So we should make a meeting such a way so that whoever attends the meeting, they are participating in one of the events. So that he will feel that he is done something. Toastmasters sponsoring new members are recognized. Now somebody is bringing or a guest anything, referring the guest. So he should be recognized. Maybe he can give a cup or he can give a star of the event or star of the evening award. Earlier we used to give. Those are bringing the members, he is being recognized as a star of the evening. So such recognition we can give, so that other members will feel bringing more guests. Regular membership building program, it is one of this one is the this thing, and we can go out and canvas our club, like in other. Now he was telling he was searching for the club and he did not find. That means our publicity is less, so we can have more publicity so that people will easily know there is a club running in Mussafah. Achievement and recognition. Award application immediately submitted to world headquarters. Because this is actually a VP is whenever anything is, whenever he completes a project, immediately VP has to upload in his Toastmaster website. So when he completes this one, he will get the achievement certificate. So when you complete the full pathway, you will get a certificate. Unless the VP enters in the Toastmasters website, he will not get the certificate. So we should encourage for that one, and we should follow. Even the member also should follow whether his credits are entered in the system or not. Progress chart displayed on the maintained. That last time I was telling VP to maintain an Excel sheet here. So whoever the members completed how many projects, so that the progress chart we can watch. Then there will be some sort of, not in a healthy competition, like he has finished 5 projects, okay, I too want to finish my 5 projects. So people will give more speeches in that. So that we can display somewhere in the year, the progress chart. Member achievements recognized with ceremony. That anyway we are doing it when any guest speaker or anything we are recognizing and we are giving the trophies and we are taking the pictures and we are publishing in the Facebook. Club district international leaders recognized. Because whenever that outside any leaders comes like division leaders, we have to recognize them, we have to give them very, as I said, courteous welcome. They should feel that they should respect this, because when the division or area leaders come here, we will have more knowledge. They will explain us about the Toastmasters, about the otherwise the same, we are talking about the same thing and we will not knowing what is outside, what is not. So, club member achievements published, but again I am repeating it. DCP used for the planning and recognition. This actually VP has to plan the DCP. So DCP there are certain goals are there, certain number of projects are to complete, certain number of CC. Earlier it was CC and CL. Now I think it is pathways. So pathway is some that VP has to keep a clear track to achieve that 10 DCP points. Now let us see whether our club in first impression, maybe he is the right judge. Charles, how you felt the first impression?
Well, I definitely have a positive impression, of course.
Okay.
So,
Membership orientation is also you can. Did you get real orientation about what is happening in this?
I did understand.
Not in the first meeting, you will not know everything, but these are the next, when you continue as a member, these are the fellowship, variety communication, and that is once you become the member, you will get this. Program planning, and this I was telling about the agenda preparation and all. Membership strength is 20 members we require, and more is better. Achievement recognition that we are doing it, we should continue. And you never get a second chance to make a first impression. Any questions now?
Just a comment to what you already said is that even those who are already members, they should continue to feel impressed by what the club is going through.
That is correct. Yeah.
Right. Just because we have become a member.
Doesn't mean you should not take it granted that he has already become member and
Right.
that is what I was telling.
Yeah.
Whenever there is a new member or anybody is there, you have to give them the roles. They should feel like that if they are the part of the club, they have some activity here, they get the benefit out of this. That is the right point. Any other?
I have a small comment here actually. This period being a vacation period, I think maybe we have less number in the club that in the meetings.
No, last 2 months it is understandable, but now vacation is over. Now we should.
As I was, I'm playing the PME role. I have been interacting with all the people in the club, and they say they came back, but they had a couple of commitments after the vacation because of which they could not attend. This could be the potential reason why people are not making it to the.
Okay, we can pursue them. We can call them for the next meeting and make sure.
Sure. Consistently we call them.
Any other thing?
Thank you so much indeed for taking us through all the different aspects of different positions of people, playing in the Toastmaster club. It's really a helpful session, I can say, and hopefully we'll be living up to the expectations of each position we are bearing. And we are very much hopeful that our club will be flourishing with a lot of members going forward. So taking this meeting forward, we'll be now going into the serious session of the meeting, which is speeches. Before that, I would like to, shall we continue with the theme? Yeah, we discussed about the procrastination versus action line. Procrastination is the laziness and action line is the activeness of any particular situation. And we are seeing what exactly happens at different times. Now, the point is how to stop procrastinating right now. Right now it's a stressful one here. So we have been actually, it's not something unusual for any person to procrastinate. Everyone has that kind of tendency or laziness in the mind. So, but this is very bad. This is not a good part of the mind. We have to get out of it somehow. Okay, once or twice, once in a while it is fine. But if you are always doing it leads to a lot of bad effects. Okay, so there are so many ways how you can avoid this situation. I have presented a couple of methods to avoid that procrastination stage. So one of the methods is make the rewards of taking action more immediate. So what is the reason that we procrastinate? Because we want to enjoy the present comfort without paying much attention to the future benefits of it. So that's why we procrastinate, we postpone the things. So make the rewards of taking action more immediate. So in a sense, you have some flair or you have some kind of interest on something, or you have some kind of tendency to do some particular task than the one which your mind is actually, wise mind is saying, right? So you blend it. So this is called temptation bundling. So you have some temptation to do something, but you have something very important also to perform, right? So you blend these two. Let us say jogging, okay, which is very difficult for us to get up early in the morning and go for a jogging. But blend that with one of your interests, like listening to your music, to your favorite music, okay? So at least when you are jogging, when you are actually walking or doing exercise, you will be listening to, or you will be doing something at least which is your favorite thing, okay? So that is what temptation bundling is. You will be bundling the temptation, whatever you have, with the one which is to be acted upon at the moment, okay? In the same way, maybe when you are actually watching some TV channels, TV shows, or watching some favorite movies, along with that you do your household work, like pressing your clothes or doing some household work. So this will actually make yourself get the things done as well, paying the attention to temptations. So this is first method. Second method is make the consequences of procrastination more immediate. Consequences of not doing an action is something that you will suffer on in future, but make it immediate. Okay? If you are postponing something, you will see the effect of it after, let us say, a month or 2 months after. Okay? But let that be immediate, so that you will feel the pain and you will do the things. You will tend to do the things at least. Okay? Let us say, let me take this example itself. Preparing for the meeting. Let us say you have given your speech. You have given your name for the speech for the coming meeting, and you have 2 weeks to go for it. So first week, obviously, you will be wasting. Second week, almost 4 days you will be wasting. Last 2 days you will sit, okay, we have to give something, somehow we have to make it. So we will prepare some speech, we will try to practice it, and then we will deliver it. Okay, of course, we will be making up to the mark. But what is the pain you have gone through in the last 2 days is something which matters a lot. You may be, not attending some calls, or you may be away from your work, or you may not be attending your family properly. So these are all the side effects of it. Okay. So instead of keeping it till the end, maybe you can start talking or start interacting with your club members, so that you will be feeling you will be reminded of your commitments for the next meeting, so that it will alert you to do the things. Otherwise, if you talk about jogging, accompany with your friend. Okay. So if you don't go for jogging for a couple of days, you will feel pain. At least not for the thing that you are not doing, at least for the thing that your friend is advancing on your health part. Okay, so that is something you can make. This is the second method. Third method could be designing your future actions. So in this method, you can take advantage of your gadgets, maybe Fitbit or any other gadgets which can make you know the future actions, design your future actions with it. In Fitbits or in kind of things you can actually know what happens if you don't do that, or you will have proper action to do. And the fourth method is make the task more achievable. So don't plan, don't think we are all human beings, supermans, but we are all common men. So make some achievable targets so that you can reach on that. So now let us continue with the session. So we have one speaker for this evening, who is a young entrepreneur who has set his IT company in Abu Dhabi, which deals with VoIP services mostly, and has been staying here since 2002. Proper from Kochi, Kerala. He will be presenting his second speech of Project 2 from Pathways, which is Everything You See Is Not True. That is the title of the speech. Before he joins on the stage, let me introduce his evaluator, who is a Mr. veteran Toastmaster Arun Balakrishnan, who is from IT background working for Aljabar Group and has been staying in Abu Dhabi for more than 11 years. Associated with our club for more than 5 years now. I request him to share the objectives of Mr. Shanwa's speech first.
Toastmasters, good evening. Hello, Toastmasters and guests. Good evening.
Good evening.
Today, I'm going to be evaluator of Toastmaster Shanwas Alia. He is going to perform his second speech of the first project. I was the second speech of the second project. Yes. I was the evaluator of his first project. After the pathways, I will check whether he is meeting the objectives of his second project, plus whether he applied the feedback which I gave to him during the evaluation of the last speech. So the objective is written as purpose of this speech is for the member to demonstrate that he or she has applied the feedback received from his or her first project. The title as said, everything you hear is not true. Let us welcome Toastmaster Shanwas for this project.
Thank you so much, Sharon. Before the speech starts, I would request timer to explain the allowed time for the speech.
Real Toastmasters and guests. Prepared speeches, the allotted time 5 to 7 minutes with 30 seconds grace period. 5 minutes, the green light will show, and 6 minutes, the yellow light, and 7 minutes, the red light, until the speaker finishes. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let us put our hands together for Toastmaster Shanwas to deliver his speech. All the way. Yes.
Have you ever received a news in WhatsApp or Facebook and immediately shared it to everybody in your friend circle? I am sure most of us are doing it every day. Respected Toastmaster of the evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests, a warm good evening. Now the technology and media, social media, everything is helping the news to grow, to move very faster than how it was a couple of years ago. But whatever we see on this social media, there is a big percentage of the news which we see is false. A certain percentage is true, but there is some false news also. Instantly spreading the news what you receive from your friends or for example WhatsApp, Facebook and all. This can create a lot of panic and stress because most of the news which attracts us can be fake. And in the internet we can see a lot of information, everything is not correct. There is a lot of fake emails, fake websites and fake profiles, and all these fake things are actually there. So it can create a lot of problems. I will tell a short story which is related to spreading information, like fake information. Once there was a grandmother who one day she was full of sad. She wake up full of sadness on her face. So the children asked why she is so sad. So she told she felt today when she woke up today, she felt that there is something scary going to happen. So okay, the whole of the people laughed on it. But the kid, when he went out for playing, he shared this information to his friend. He told that my grandmother told that something fake